Hi beautiful people, good morning and welcome back to my videos. Today I want to quickly talk about how accurate ultrasound is in determining the gender of your baby. I know a lot of people have had issues with scan telling them they're having a baby girl, and then when they put to bed they find out it's a baby boy. And then some people scan will tell them they're having a baby boy. In fact, all of their scans say they're having a baby boy, and then when the baby comes out, it becomes a girl. So we want to like dive into this issue, we want to trash this issue now once and for all. Is ultrasound capable of lying? Why is it that sometimes you hear that you're having a boy and then you give birth to a girl? We're going to dive into this issue and we're going to like end this argument once and for all. Does ultrasound scan lie? I'm going to talk about what I think the issue is first before I dive into the main topic of the day. Okay, I think the major problem is that people check too early. You're meant to start checking the gender of your baby from at least 16 weeks of your pregnancy. Now, some people before 16 weeks, which is their fourth month, they're already moving from one center to the other, from one hospital to the other, trying to get the gender of their baby. And this is where most of the confusion comes from. Because if you check too early, there is up to 50% chance that the gender you'll be told at that time may not become what it is later on. So the only way to categorically determine the gender of your baby when the pregnancy is below 16 weeks is not ultrasound. You can do other things like prenatal DNA sampling. This prenatal DNA sampling can be done even as early as 8 weeks, and it's more beneficial to people that have genotype incompatibility, like couples that are both AS. They just want to know if the baby they are carrying will eventually become a sickler. So they can do this prenatal DNA sampling where samples are taken from the baby, and a DNA will be done. That way, you know the gender of the baby, you know the genotype of the baby, you know the rhesus factor of the baby. But if that is not the case and you want to know the gender of your baby, below 16 weeks is not the right time to do an ultrasound for gender determination. No, you have to do it at above 16 weeks. Okay? That is when the reproductive organs of these babies are mature enough to be detected sonographically. So if you come before that time, there is always a chance, up to 80 or 50% chance, that you're going to get the wrong thing. Okay? So let me just put it out there. You're going to get the wrong thing if you don't wait for the appropriate time. The appropriate time to start checking for your baby's gender is from 16 weeks. Another thing that could be an issue when it comes to determining your baby's gender, aside from checking too early, is the baby's position. So even if you wait till 16 weeks and then you decide to go and check the gender of your baby, if the baby's position is in such a manner that the legs are close together, determining the gender will be difficult. What I usually advise people is to wait and check again. Because if you keep pressuring the person attending to you, if you keep pressuring them to get the gender, they may end up telling you what they think they're seeing, which may really cause a confusion later if it turns out that it's not what is there. Another factor I would like to mention that can impact on your baby's gender determination is your body size. Okay, obese people or people that are on the bulky side usually have less attenuation of sound waves. So if we're using ultrasound to scan obese people, the adipose tissues kind of make the images not come out clear. So let me use a simpler term. The fats in the body sometimes interfere with the sound wave that the machine uses. So if that happens, the images will not come out clear. So that way a person may be seeing something else and thinking it's something else. So really bulky people, people that are on the big side, are usually not very good candidates for ultrasound scans. It's usually very difficult to scan people that are bulky. Okay, so sonographers who will watch this video later on can attest to the fact that scanning big people is usually a hassle, all right, because those adipose tissues, those fats that are surrounding the abdomen, can interfere with the sound waves and cause the images to come out, not very well. Okay, so if you're on the bulky side, it may be an issue when it comes to determining the gender of your baby. So now let's talk about the major reason for this video, which is, does ultrasound lie? The answer is no. Ultrasound does not lie. What your baby's gender is what your baby's gender is. The only thing is that sometimes if you check too early, like I initially explained, what is there may not really be what will progress as the pregnancy progresses. There are so many factors, and ultrasound is user dependent in the sense that it depends on how skilled your sonographer is in determining the baby's gender. So if your sonographer is not as skilled as they should be, mistakes can happen, all right? But as per ultrasound, lying about a baby's gender, no. The ultrasound itself is a machine that is already calibrated to show these features as they are. Then we, or humans, are meant to interpret these features. So it is in the interpretation of what is being displayed in the scan that the mistakes can happen. So the machine may be showing a boy, and the person interpreting that image may think the image is that of a girl. So this is where the confusion comes. Ultrasound itself cannot lie, okay? But people who handle the machine may make mistakes from time to time, majorly because of these factors that I've explained. So I hope this answers the question of, does ultrasound lie or it doesn't lie? And I hope that we've put an end to this whole argument of ultrasound can lie and ultrasound cannot lie. All right, so this is where I'm bringing this video to the end. I am going to see you guys on my next one.